Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sive. If this is your very first time here, a special welcome to you. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Okay, if you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe, join the family, click on the notification button so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, so guys, in my nutrition video, right, I think 2 or 3 videos back, I talked about nutrition post weight loss surgery. Okay, and then I said I deserve one of the products that I used deserves its own particular video because it is a powerhouse. Okay, it has a lot and lots of benefits, and in that video I was just particularly talking about the benefits for a person who is undergone weight loss surgery, but it is a part of nutrition for everybody. Okay, you need to hear this, you need to watch this. If there's any video that is relevant to you, it is this video. Okay, it is very relevant to everyone, not just people who are struggling with weight, obesity and things like that, or have undergone weight loss surgery. Even if you haven't, guys, you need this. Okay, before we get into that, let me talk about why you need it first. Okay, because there are a lot of things that happen and we are not aware that they're happening. Okay, they're happening around us, they're happening to us. Okay, all right, so first of all, right, our bodies in this century, okay, I will not speak for the previous centuries because I don't know what was going on there, I was not there, but in this century, right, our bodies are overloaded with a lot of things, right, with a lot of waste, with a lot of things that the body doesn't actually need, right, and as a result the body does become overwhelmed. Okay, and then obviously its own design system, inbuilt design system to detox, it becomes overwhelmed because the rate at which you are consuming toxic substances, the rate at which you are exposed to toxic substances is too high. Okay, before you before you change your mind, okay, and think this is not relevant, okay, stay on, watch, listen to this. Okay, all right, first of all, we're exposed to toxins in the air that we breathe in, right? So some of the things that we breathe in the air, environmental toxins and things like that, end up in our bloodstream, right? Okay, and then we're exposed to toxins via the food that we eat. Okay, in the food that we eat, there are preservatives, there's colorants, there's flavorants, there's stabilizers, and so on. Okay, so those are the things that the body doesn't need. Okay, there are things that are added there for whatever, for better taste, for preservation, for other things, right? But the body doesn't need those things. Those things don't form part of nutrition, so the body has to eliminate them, right? Okay, next thing, we're exposed to chemicals via our skin, right? Our body lotions, our hair products, our makeup, our hair dyes, relaxers, and so on. So all those things, right, the things that are on the skin actually do end up in your bloodstream. Okay, if you didn't know, now you know. Things that land on your skin end up in your bloodstream. Okay, and now we're relying on the people who make these products to tell us if they are safe or not, right? Now think about it. A person spent, or a company or whatever, right? People spent billions researching a particular product, formulating a particular product, right? And then after like maybe 5 years researching and making whatever product that they made, do you think that they will be 100% honest about the dangers of that particular thing? Okay, would they scrap the entire project? Okay, they've spent billions on, because they have a budget that, okay, if we spend this much, we're looking at a revenue of this much, right? So some of the things they're not gonna tell you. As a result, let me make a few examples so that it doesn't mean like I'm one of those, it doesn't look like I'm one of those people who are conspiracy theorists and whatnot, right? A few years ago, in fact, for the past couple of years, Johnson & Johnson has been like in lawsuits, in and out of lawsuits, because of their one of their products is their baby powder, right? they've been settling and settling, lawsuit after lawsuit. They've paid billions in lawsuits already because their products are causing illnesses, right? And there's also evidence that they knew, okay, they knew a long time ago that their products can cause all these illnesses that people have claimed that they got because of using their products, right? So it makes you wonder, then what about all the other products, right? So it seems like corporations, right, they wait for lawsuits before they act on anything, before they expose anything, or before they admit anything for that matter, right? So if you're waiting for them to tell you, okay, your lotion is actually making you sick, your hair dye is making you sick, you're this and this and that, you're this and it's not going to happen, okay? It's likely not going to happen. So it's up to us to look out for ourselves. It's up to us to take care of our bodies, okay? So yeah, that is just an example that I made. There are lots, and if you can just go on Google, there are lots and lots of companies that being sued because their products are causing illnesses or causing this and that, you understand? So at the end of the day, right, some of the things are very difficult to avoid, honestly speaking, okay? Like you can live without baby powder, right? But how do you live without food, right? And so some you can substitute some foods, but you can't substitute everything. Believe me, I've tried. Okay, I've tried to eliminate a lot of things from my diet, but I can't. Okay, for example, let's say I decided to grow my own vegetables so that I know that no pesticides, no chemicals, no nothing goes into my vegetables except organic stuff, right? So no herbicides, right? So I manually weed my garden. It's labor intensive, but it's one of those things, right? So but I can't grow fruit trees. I do not have space to grow fruit trees, so I still rely on what is being sold on the market, right? And I've learned that people can say their product is organic, but it was never tested by anyone. Anyone can put an organic sticker on their product, you know? So it's like I said, it's not easy, but the best thing that we can do is to take care of our bodies, eliminate what you can, and where you can't, then help your body eliminate the toxins, okay? If you're on chronic medication, remember, the body was not designed to take drugs every single day for the rest of your life, okay? So if you're on chronic medication, it's likely that your liver will suffer, it's likely that your kidneys will suffer, because those are the ways in which the drugs are processed out of the body. It's either via your liver or via your kidneys. So that's one other thing that no one wants to talk about when it comes to chronic illnesses, chronic medications and things like that, right? They don't want to talk about the overload on the liver, the overload on the on your kidneys, right? So it's up to you to look out for yourself. So if you're on chronic medication, right, this is the video for you, okay? You must listen to the end of this video. It will help you, okay? Because honestly, it's not enough to, okay, yes, you are ill, you need to take your medication. I'm not saying stop taking your medication, but you need to help your body in terms of eliminating the toxins from your body, okay? You need to help your body. Your body needs help. Your body is overloaded, okay? And then also, if you drink, obviously, you need to help your liver, okay? Yeah. So I've mentioned all the ways in which toxins enter our bodies, right? And how our bodies are overwhelmed, right? So definitely you need to detox, okay? And you need an efficient detox, okay? Because some people think that having diarrhea is detoxing. If you take something that will give you diarrhea, you are detoxing. But then with things that cause diarrhea, right, it just enters here and it goes to your stomach, to your intestines, and then it's out, right? It doesn't go to all the other parts of your body, right? It just causes diarrhea and it causes movement here, but there isn't movement in your other organs. There isn't nothing happening, okay? So what about your liver? What about your kidneys, right? And yeah, actually some medications cause accumulation of toxins in the brain, right? That is why some chronic medications can cause early onset of Alzheimer's, early onset of dementia, like some blood pressure medications, right? So you need to imagine at 40, 50 already having Alzheimer's, you're already having dementia. It's not good, okay? And I thought I should share this information because I'm seeing these things around me, and I've also had my own battle with health issues, lots of them, okay? And one thing that we addressed before we can address everything else was nutrition. Even before the weight loss surgery, I had eliminated a lot of things from my diet because a lot of the things that we eat, they're not good for our bodies. And it doesn't matter how much they're advertised. It doesn't matter. Advertisement has to do with money. If you have the money to market, then you market. It doesn't have anything to do with the quality of the product or with the safety of the product, okay? So just because something is popular, it's trending and everything, it doesn't mean that it's good for you, okay? So I wasn't intending for this video to be long because I'm only talking about one product, but then I needed to highlight why you really need something that detoxifies your whole body, okay? Because honestly, this thing of taking laxatives and whatnot, it just empties your bowels. Okay, it just empties your bowels. It doesn't go deeper, and you need something that goes deeper than that, because yeah, health is wealth. Okay, so guys, yeah, I did say I will talk about this product. It is spirulina powder. It comes in powder form, it comes in tablet form. Okay, this is what it looks like. Okay, okay, I think it's made from some water plant, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so yeah, I got disturbed. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, guys, one thing about weight loss surgery, ne? I'm always thirsty. I don't know if it's other people's problem, but it's my problem. Excuse me. I'm always thirsty. I can never quench my thirst, okay? I don't know, I'm not drinking enough liquids, blah, blah, blah. But I can never quench my thirst. I'm always thirsty. All right. So, yeah, I was talking about spirulina powder, right? Yeah, it is made from some water plant, algae or something like that. I don't know, but okay, yeah, it is made from a water plant. I don't know, I think it's algae if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not interested in that. I'm just interested in the benefit. It binds to chemicals in the body, like whether it's whatever, environmental chemicals, chemicals in your food, or whatever chemical, whatever substance that is not naturally supposed to be in the body, right? It binds to that, and then it makes it unable for it to react in the body, right? To be active in the body. So that chemical is in an inactive form, okay? It's in an inactive form in the body. I think it's sort of like the same way that charcoal binds substances in your stomach, right? So like when you eat certain poisons, not all poisons, but certain poisons, and then you drink charcoal binds to that poison, and then it doesn't get absorbed in the body. So spirulina does the same thing, but at a cellular level, right? It binds toxins such that they're inactive. They become they become inactive. Yes, they're in an inactive form, and then they're eliminated from the body without them doing things to the body, like oxidizing your body and oxidizing your cells, causing oxidation in your tissues and things like that, cellular damage, and so on and so on, right? So free radicals, oxidants, all sorts of chemicals, right? So you can imagine how hardworking this thing is. So it means that it's binding to all that. If you have accumulation of toxins in your liver from chronic medication, from alcohol abuse, from drug abuse, from other toxins that found their way in your body, maybe through drinking water and all the chemicals they put in the food. Okay, so it goes at the cellular level and then it binds to those substances, making them inactive in the body, like in the chemical form that is not active, so they cannot do anything, and then they're passed out of your body. Okay, see so it's like really a powerhouse. Okay, and one thing I do, because it tastes really horrible, okay, most days because I'm in a hurry, like in the morning if I'm going to work, I'm in a hurry, I don't have time to be making fancy things and making it taste better. I just mix it with water and drink. It's easy to drink on an empty stomach because even if you gag, there's nothing, like, it's easier, right? Unlike if you're full and then you drink something that tastes horrible, keeping it down is gonna be harder. Okay, so I found that it's easier if your stomach is empty. All right, so I take it actually before my food, not like way long before, like 2 hours before I eat. No, I take it before I eat, so that it mixes with the food that I eat as well. Okay, so so that the nutrients in the powder can be better absorbed. All right, because remember, some nutrients are fat soluble, so you need fat for them to be absorbed into the body. Okay, so yes, that is how I drink it. And then on a day where I have time, like maybe if I'm not going to work, and yeah, I have enough time on my hands, then I'll mix it with other things. Like I'd blend it with maybe lemon, blueberry, because blueberry is also very, very high in antioxidants, as well as lemon as well. So you're sort of like multiplying the antioxidizing effect, because it is an antioxidant, and then you're adding lemon, you're adding another antioxidant, you're adding blueberries, you're adding another antioxidant. Also add ginger. Okay, it has antioxidants, and it is an anti-inflammatory as well. And then also add celery usually, and sometimes also add cabbage leaves or kale leaves, depending on what I have. Okay, so yeah, basically that's about it. Okay, and then maybe I'll put in a little bit of honey just to improve the taste, but not too much, just a little bit. Okay, raw organic honey. Don't use the processed stuff, because it just kills the whole idea that you are trying to eliminate all these fake processed food things in your body, so you can't add another one. Okay, so stay away from the funny honey. All right, it must be raw, it must be organic. Okay, yeah, so it must not be processed honey. If you can take organic maple syrup as well, yeah, because I believe that actually that things from nature, like unadulterated things, not done to it, okay, it's good for the body. It's the way God intended it. Okay, I always say God didn't make a mistake. Okay, so the solutions that we seek for our health issues and whatnot are found in nature. It's just that, everything else is so hyped. Drugs are hyped, pills are hyped, medications are hyped, anything that is pharmaceutical is hyped. So we don't look to natural things to resolve our health issues, and actually the solution is right there. Okay, it is right there. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. Okay, please share, like, and subscribe. Please comment on the comment section down below. Share your ideas. Till next time, bye.